Hello, my name is Leah Malasedi, and welcome to Legal Tech by Leah, where we have conversations and discuss anything and everything about legal tech. And today's is actually a very special episode. It's episode 1 of season 1. And in this season, we're going to be having multiple conversations with technology leaders in our space and figuring out how do they do it. Fortunately, today we are actually powered by AJS Software South Africa. It's probably one of the most leading legal tech providers in the country, and dare I say, on the continent. I say this because it's been around since 1970s. Like, that's a long time. It's even older than me. And today I actually just reached out and wanted to have a conversation around AJS, around what they believe in, and actually why you should care. And today I'm joined by Tshepo Mokgolo. She's a director and the AJS South Africa brand ambassador. How are you?
Thank you, Leah. I'm good. I'm very well. Thank you.
Good.
Yes.
Excited to be here?
I am so excited to be here. I was thinking about this day and I was like, I can't wait to meet you.
I know, because it's been like
I know.
Phone. And, yeah.
I know, getting it all put together. But I'm so excited to work and have this conversation with you. You're truly an inspiration yourself.
Thank you. I'm glad that you're here. But for people who don't know you, just a brief background in terms of who are you, how did you land up at AJS and so forth.
Yeah. So my name is Tshepo Mokgolo. I am a woman that loves legal accounting. You know, early in my career, I worked at a law firm. And that was my first job, actually, you know, as an assistant in a law firm. And these were early days. And at that time, I was still studying. And but the law just kept calling me back. I decided after I finished my studies that I'm going to leave the law industry and go and work for a marketing firm. But I got called in again and I went back to a legal firm and worked with them. It just keeps calling me back. Sure. And that's how I started actually working in the legal industry. Yeah.
Oh my soul. And then at AJS, tell us about the company and what you do there.
Okay. So I remember it was close to 14 years ago when I started with AJS. And they were at the beginning being the most amazing company when it comes to legal tech. And I actually worked with AJS while I was in a law firm. So I knew a bit of AJS back then.
I think we all have those stories. We legit all have those stories because me too.
Yes.
Back when I was practicing in Bloem, I feel like it's a rite of passage. If you're practicing law in South Africa, you have to be using AJS. There's no way. Like, what are you doing?
Absolutely. I agree with you.
True.
And I got an opportunity to actually work at AJS, and what a journey it has been. I've seen AJS grow. I've seen it migrate. I've seen it change. I've seen them go web. So it's just been an awesome and a wonderful journey with AJS. Absolutely. And answering your question on what I do there, I started with sales. I managed sales for some time. Signed up some new clients, and eventually I migrated into corporate dev, where I now deal with more corporate clients. And we then actually started building conversations around legal tech, also in the SADC region. So that's my core focus right now. Yes.
Absolutely. You know, one of the things that I'm recognizing, particularly about people or businesses that remain relevant, they are willing to disrupt themselves.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And I've seen this. I mean, like I said, you know, I've used AJS. A bunch of people have used it. I remember when we announced our partnership, they were like, "Oh, I use that," and I'm like, "I know," because it's part of the culture. But I think with conversations like these, where we are pulling back and saying, "Well, what does legal tech actually mean?" You know. Especially now with Gen AI, there's this whole big buzz around legal tech. But the thing is, legal tech has been around way before ChatGPT and all of them came through. And AJS solidifies that it's been around in terms of helping lawyers. Speaking of that, like, when you think about legal tech, right? What does it mean for African law firms from what you've seen?
Yeah. I like that point when you say AJS has been there for a while. We've had AJS. We have clients that will say, I know the old AJS, the AJS that used to look like this. And it used to function like this.
Sure.
It just also solidifies that it's been there for a while. And we've built on it. And I must say, and this is a fact, we went web on AJS 12 years ago.
Wow.
We went web. Our clients were working already on a web-based system. I must say, we were first to go web-based.
I think it's because, when you can see that this is where we're going.
We always look in the future. We're always working ahead. And so answering your question again, legal tech is something, it's tools that clients tend to neglect when they start their law firms. And I've seen this in my career, where when a practitioner is starting their business, they focus on getting clients, getting an office, getting, company identity and
branding
and their branding. But then they forget to actually get the tools to help them to work more efficiently. And that's where we come in.
And probably scale better.
Yes.
Because if you're already documenting, because my thinking has always been, if you're digitizing your system, right? Yes. And then you're documenting it, then you can tell, I'm actually making more money when I do this, or when I don't do this, or this is what I need to fix. Like, it's very eye-opening.
Yeah. I think sometimes people are always afraid to go to get tech into their businesses. Sometimes people say it's expensive. They don't do their research, what is available for them. And mostly it's because they leave corporate firms and they say, I've used it at a big firm, in the top 5, and I don't think I can afford it. It was a system that I don't think I can afford it. But once they have a conversation with us and then they go, I'm just starting up. It's just a small firm. It's just me. Do you have something for me?
Like for me. Yeah, true.
And they're surprised that actually AJS actually caters for startups, for small companies, and we grow with them. And once you get over the fear that you can't afford it, and then you realize, actually, I need this tool to actually work better, to work smarter. And we help a lot of law firms just to get started.
Lovely. I mean, that's so telling. I mean, what I'm hearing is maybe not lack of knowledge per se, it's just lack of awareness.
Yes.
And so there's a conversation to be had. And I think maybe this is why these conversations are important, where vendors, lawyers, people that are in this space are actually sharing to say, okay, you know what, maybe the reason why I didn't do this was because I didn't know.
Yeah.
But after this, they don't have any excuses.
Yes, absolutely.
They can't say they didn't know. So getting on to the second question. One of the biggest issues, I mean, I've been in this space for a while, and when you have these conversations, it's always, but Leah, it's technology. So how am I going to measure like the impact, within the business? What have you seen, and what are the things that you think actually stick out from really being able to showcase the technological value, like the business value of having tech within your law firm environment?
I'll tell you a story. There was a client that came through and they were looking for software. And when I spoke to this gentleman, he said, no, Tshepo, I'm just looking for a practice management system. I don't need to run my bookkeeping also on AJS because I've got a friend that's doing my books. And obviously, I listen to my clients.
Of course.
I said, that's fine. We can get you on AJS. You can manage your files, and you can, open them and manage your fees and invoice your clients. And he was happy with that. However, I remember having this conversation. I want you to understand that it's important to actually use AJS as a whole in terms of practice management and bookkeeping. And he said, no, it's fine. A year later, he calls me. He says to me, I should have listened to you when you told me to get my bookkeeping on AJS as well. I said, yes, Yaku, what happened? He says, no, Tshepo, things are not balancing. Everything is a mess. I can't see my projection. I always have to phone someone to actually get the information.
Exactly.
Because it's not one tool.
Yeah.
you use one tool for something else, you rely on someone else for other information. It messed him up. He said to me, give me an opportunity. If you get an attorney that just wants to use AJS for its practice management, call me and I'll explain to them, listen to Tshepo. Eventually,
like the horror story, don't do it.
Yes. No, don't do it. Just listen to Tshepo. She knows what she's talking about. She's trying to streamline your business. And we got to get him on his bookkeeping. He's working much more smoother. The office is running more efficiently right now. So again, lawyers focus on law.
Of course. I mean, that's what we're trained to do, ma'am. That's what we're trained to do. And to be good at it, be excellent at it.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely. And that's good. But when you come to people like myself and say, help me structure my business, I'm going to give you the truth.
Sure.
I'm going to tell you what needs to happen, how you need to do it. And you can listen and you will not listen. You can always call me back like Yaku did a year later, because what happens is they don't understand that when you get instructions, you start working, then you get overwhelmed and you don't build properly anymore. Because there's a lot happening around the office.
And you get that leakage now. Yeah?
Absolutely. You drop a lot of fees. And what we do at AJS is to give you a platform that allows you to work smarter. Manage your time, manage your fees, invoice your clients on time. Don't sit for 2 days sending out invoices.
Listen. And unfortunately, I'm such a nerd, but that really I was so excited when I saw that you guys have like a mobile app.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, Bana, so you mean us that are everywhere?
Yes.
So I'd be moving around and I can literally just log in, okay, time spent, blah, 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 and automatically it's already synced.
Yeah.
Up to my normal web version that I can have a look at on my desktop.
Yes.
And that for me is pretty wild in the sense that, so there's no excuse. You can't say, no, now I must spend Fridays on admin and catching up. But you're doing it on the go in real time.
Yeah.
And that also means there's no more fee leakages because you're counting specifically for your time.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a big deal that people must.
Huge.
It's huge. It's really a big deal.
It's huge.
Sorry, I was nerding out.
You'll be surprised how many people are still in awe that you can work from anywhere. And they'll say, are you saying that I can invoice my client even if I'm not in my office? I said, yes, you can.
You don't have to be sitting this whole production. Let it be a big thing. If I'm billing, I'm invoicing. Sure.
No.
Sure.
We work smarter.
I mean, even with, both conversations that we've had, it really comes from a mindset perspective.
I agree with you.
And so what do you think from a mindset shift, what is required of lawyers, of the legal industry in order for them to actually engage in digital transformation?
I can tell you now that we have been speaking about innovation and, being cloud-based for some time now. Remember, it's before COVID already. We've been telling people to innovate, to streamline their offices. But lawyers tend to hear that words and it gets overwhelming. What does that mean for me? And my view to this is start small. Start small.
You don't need to change the world.
Just get one tool.
Yeah.
All you do is just get one tool, and lately we know there's a whole lot of tools that are out there, but get one that you can work with. Work one that you can afford.
Sure.
Work one that you can implement within your office for you and your staff. Don't overthink it. Just start with one tool. Get that right, then you can always add on to things. And that's why I always say my advice to lawyers is, I know it's overwhelming.
It is.
But start with one tool and grow from there.
I mean, I may have moved to this side, right?
Yeah.
But I do recall vivid days when I found tech to be like an inhibitor. Like, to me, it was like,
Yeah.
I need to finish this timesheet. I need to consult. I need to take time out of my day to sit down and maneuver this tech. Like, I actually thought that way. And and you know what? Fair, valid.
Yeah.
But I think it's and to your point about choosing one tool, for us, it's more about picking one problem.
Yeah.
Like you have that problem to say, maybe it's an intake thing. If you have a new client, like how do you actually, perform your KYC, like ensure that everything's sorted, that they're FICA'd, all those nice things.
Yeah.
Fix that. Or if it's a billing thing, like you're not billing properly, you're not fix that. Because I think once you figure out, like for us, we say use case, but in real world terms, it's literally just the lawyer having a problem and saying, you know what, I want to be able to figure this out in a way that makes sense for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And such a misstep. But I agree. It's a figure out what it is that you want to fix.
I just want to add a point to that. Lawyers tend to not want to shift to working on systems because I'm so used to writing down on a piece of paper. Then my answer to that is you're doing it anyway. Whether you're doing it on a piece of paper or you're doing it on a system, you're doing it anyway. So choose one.
Sure. Sure. Because now it actually ends up being double work when you think about it.
Yes.
Because even though you're writing it, someone needs to take it from paper and put it in a system. Whether it's now or 20 years from now when there's a whole digital thing going on where people now have to scan the documents and try to actually digitize. But it's going to happen in some shape or form.
It is a mindset change. Once people have the right tools, and they get trained on it, and you show them how much time they're going to save, it honestly wows them. So are you saying I'm actually wasting time when I have to put on a file, bring my file? And I always make this example to them. I said, if your files are on a digital space and everything is on a system, if a call comes through and your client wants feedback, you don't have to tell your client to please wait. I have to go look for your file because I don't know what was.
You just log
it in, and the information is updated. And I promise you, your client feels like you are a law firm that they want to work with because everything is streamlined. You're giving them such super service at the end of the day.
I agree because most people don't come to lawyers because they're happy. Okay, maybe sometimes, but typically you go to a lawyer when you're really in trouble or something not so nice happened. And so there's that human element, especially with Gen AI and all of that I think lawyers will play a very pivotal role around actually connecting. And being able to have a system, being able to have someone's matters like instantly available so that you can update them easily.
Thank you.
That's like the human side of things, being able to communicate that. That is such a big deal.
An experience.
Yeah.
Give your clients the experience they deserve.
Sure.
If they're going to come to you, honestly give them that experience that they are well taken care of. Their files are in order. Their information is saved in a good space. That's another thing.
Sure.
It's cloud-based. And whenever they need you, you're able to take their calls.
Fair. Because imagine when you're looking for something and this, you've also been like on the receiving end of being a customer. When you're looking for something and they're fidgety. Like the person you're asking, they don't know. They need to figure it out. That does not build confidence. As a consumer, it does not build confidence. So
I can tell you, I speak about this all the time with my clients. I always say, if you have a platform where you all work in, if I'm not at work, Leah is able to take over my file and respond to my client.
So like the world doesn't end.
It doesn't end if I'm on leave, if I'm not there, because everything is on one platform. You are able to still assist your clients.
True.
And that's why systems are so important, and we educate our clients daily on getting their offices to be on a digital space so everyone can work from one database.
So what I'm hearing from a mindset shift perspective is, one, training is important, communication, and for us, we need to be able to demonstrate value to the lawyers for them to actually see it. Okay. We're heading there. So a couple of years from now, 2030, what does the ideal African law firm look like? Since COVID and all, things drastically changed. Then 2-3 years ago, OpenAI came out with ChatGPT. It's literally accelerated the type of solutions that are out there. Even from a servicing perspective, we have agentic AI, Gen AI, legal AI. There's so much happening.
There's a lot out there. There is
so much happening. And as a huge advocate of digital transformation within our space, I wanted to hear your thinking around, literally, in 2030, what does the African law firm look like?
I love that question because I actually don't know. But I don't know. But from my view, what I see is law firms working on a platform that makes sense. Streamlining everything. Get one tool that becomes your one-stop shop. Whether like it's your documents.
What do they say? Your one source of truth or
Absolutely.
whatever.
One source of the truth. Yes. I want to be able to sit in an office and have my matters and know how much I'm billing in the coming week or coming month end. I want to be able to see that my finances are balancing. I can run my documents through a system. I can manage my FICA. I can do my cost recovery. You need one platform to do that for you. And that's what I see what a future looks like. Get one system that can integrate with so many things.
A lot of things,
that you have one system, one source of the truth. And that's what a future law firm looks like. Yeah. As part of AJS, we are always working to build in efficiency. We are constantly innovating. We are constantly making sure that the future lawyer works on a system that helps them to get better at what they do as well.
True. Fair. And I mean, that's a fair point considering how sometimes, when you get a system and then there's like no API or no integration, and then it's like it's living there in its own island alone, working there, and then it becomes a bit problematic when you have to actually have an overarching view of what's happening. And I think for me in practice, it took a very long time to actually understand that, no man, even if you are working in a law firm, you're working for yourself.
There we go.
And to actually start seeing it as me, myself, I'm the knowledge worker.
Yes.
And I am a business.
Yes.
I'm a business. Yes. I don't need to wait for, what do they used to call them? The rainmakers. The rainmakers in the firm.
Yes.
I don't need to wait for the rainmaker. Me, myself, as a lawyer, as a practicing within a firm, I need to be able to justify my tiny little... Think of it as like paying rent.
Yes.
You know how in hair salons or in barber shops, like the stylist will book a chair.
Yeah.
But they need to pay for that chair.
Yes.
I think the same concept applies to us. Because you need to justify that office, that square mile.
Yes.
And once you start thinking and looking at how you do law in that way, I think it really starts shifting how you approach clients, how you choose to manage your matters, how you choose to update even your clients. And, a simple automated happy birthday from whatever law firm.
CRM. Yes.
It does something.
It makes sense.
It's like so small things. And when you have like full overview, like you said, you literally have overview of everything. It becomes much easier for you to be able to do that. And even on a firm level, because then they're able to see, oh, okay, Leah's doing this. Oh, Tshepo's doing this. And we're all competitors. So that also helps. Just knowing, okay, this is what I need to fix and so forth.
I can add to that. As legal software company, we don't just sell software. We educate our clients. We help them. Remember, we've been building law firms for many years, and we get new clients every year, every month, all day long, and they come to us because they are attorneys. They come to us for solutions. Tshepo, I want to do this. How do I do this? Help me streamline this part. I'm struggling with this. I'm not able to afford this. How can you accommodate me? So we're not just servicing clients, and just training them and helping them, but we help them build the law firms, and we teach them how to help them to understand how the system can actually help them.
Like help them help themselves.
Thank you. We show them what the reporting can do. If you give AJS data, you'll be shocked what information you get out of that.
No. I am not shocked because I remember thinking there was this other functionality like around the finances, and then next thing there's where like your accounting people can go in and check, and I'm like, heaven. So you mean I don't need to start from scratch when it's time for auditing, when it's year end?
Thank you. Yes.
So do you mean? And I'm like, okay. So this thing, it makes sense.
It does.
And it can give you a whole lot of data that you don't need to individually sift through or have to get someone external in order for you to do it. Like, okay. Yeah. Okay. No, I believe it. So yes, to your point.
I said with the client that I was trying to sign up for 5 years. I remember I wanted this client so bad. Yeah. And we just kept missing each other.
There's always that one.
We kept on missing each other. Eventually, she signed up with AJS. She is a year in. Nice. And I met up with her and she said, Tshepo, the amount of time you could have saved me all those years. I don't know why.
By signing me up sooner.
I don't know why we delayed this joint venture, but you've saved me. My office is running smoother. I can leave and I can work from anywhere, and my team can still update me wherever they are.
I think it's just the starting, like literally just getting over that's typically the hardest part. Literally starting. Once you start, then you get into the rhythm of it. Yeah. Oh, but that's amazing to hear. Because I'm just even thinking from a compliance perspective. I mean, I know us legal tech, and by legal tech, sometimes I mean me. Yes. I make it like fun and whatever, but there's serious things around being able to be compliant. Yeah. And if you're handling your books in order and having a system that actually helps you manage that, I mean, it takes the stress away like that. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. That's a big thing. That's actually a big thing. Managing your books on AJS. People don't realize that if your books are actually not up to date, you don't know what your business looks like month to month. You are doing it on a day-to-day basis.
Vibes.
And,
give vibes.
See it. Taking a chance. And then your audit comes up and then you have to run to someone to quickly. That's not the proper way of doing it. And as I've said, within my space, it's just been that thing of educate the client.
Sure.
Let's do this better next year. Let's try better. Let's help you get over this fear of your audits. Yeah.
And finally, so, I mean, we've spoken about this. I think you've done very well. I mean,
okay.
You say you're a fan. I'm a fan. Everybody's a fan of everyone. But it's typically very hard to concretize our feelings in business. In corporate, but I just wanted to understand your own personal perspective around legal tech and its value. Like when you look at it and you're thinking, geez, I've been in this game for so long, I've worked my way up, and you have seen a lot probably, just from a client engagement perspective. What is your personal view around legal tech and how it can actually, honestly, add value to us in general? And this is girl to girl, women to women, corporate aside, like the real impact, real world impact on what you've seen and what you believe that, you know what, I can bet on this.
Yeah. For many years, I've seen people start firms and not knowing how to really get it going in terms of streamlining things. As we've said earlier, it's overwhelming. And I think lawyers are Funny people. You guys are very funny people. You know everything, but you don't know everything.
Sorry, not sorry. Yeah.
And that's where we come in. You know, I've seen successful law firms. And when you have a conversation with them and they say, I ask them, so how are you guys doing everything? Because you've got nice offices, you in Sandton, in a good hub. And they say, but we don't have a system. We still do everything manual. And I said, excuse me? In 2025, you still need to take 3 days to do invoicing on a Word document? No, we can do better, you know? And once you give them that preview, what systems can do, their jaws drop. They're like, Tshepo, where have you been?
Yeah.
Where have you been? So I've seen what systems and software and streamlining can do to a business, you know, and it can change the way people work. It can change the feeling of the office because now everybody's working on one mandate now.
True.
Everybody has one goal. Because AJS, you run a report, it gives you a fee earner report. You run a finance invoice, it tells you the projection of how much we're billing this month. You run a report, an age analysis debtors report, it tells you who's been owing us for how long. How would you have that information if you don't have a software that gives you that data?
True. If everything is just literally just everywhere.
Yeah. So for me, it's a tool that really gives impact in terms of where you're going, how you're working, how to streamline, what to focus on, which clients needs more attention. You wouldn't have known that if you don't have systems that gives you that data.
I think it's that old adage where you can't fix what you don't know.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know, then you don't know. So
Yeah.
you won't be able to fix it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I wish we could talk more, but because now I have so many thoughts.
And there's so much. I've seen it all, Leah. I've seen it all.
But if there's like 2 core takeaways that you would want to share with the audience, because the goal of this is for law firm lawyers, in-house, law students, whatever. If there's like, let's make it one core takeaway that they can take away from this conversation, what would that be?
Ooh. Find a partner that can offer you a one-stop shop. There's lots of businesses out there that can offer you software. And the one thing that I've seen also with lawyers, it's a cost thing. They will say, oh, no, someone is offering it to me for 50 Rand, Tshepo. So I'm not going to go. Yes. Oh, I'm not going to take yours because yours is 100 Rand. I'm going to go for 50 Rand. But I've seen the ones that go to a 50 Rand come back to me in 2 years. And they said, no, that's not it.
Didn't work
you know
out,
what I mean?
Yeah.
So the one thing that I will say to my client is find a good partner to partner with. Not just
my thoughts are going somewhere because when you're saying partner, okay,
you know, partner with a software that will help you. You know, at AJS we don't just sell the software, but we train our clients. We support them when they need us. We assist them if they are stuck and they don't know how to do that. So really partner with a software that takes care of you and your business. Yeah.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you very much for being with us, and thank you. I'm at awe at the work that you do, and I think, like I said, the ones that will survive are the ones that disrupt themselves.
Yes,
and not even from a business perspective, but even from a professional perspective.
Yeah.
Are you educating yourself about these tools? Are you upskilling yourself? You know, but this is it. Thank you very much. And to you guys, thank you for listening. I had fun. I don't know about you. I had loads of fun. And thank you to AJS Software. And don't forget to follow them. It's AJS Software on LinkedIn. And we'll see you next time on episode 2. That's it from me, Leah Malasedi, host of Legal Tech by Leah.